Okay. Okay, so I'm going to clap. Yeah, well, you already clapped.
Why are you clapping?
Because then that syncs the audio. So now we're synced.
Oh.
Because of my mic. Because it's on.
You're cool.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, where's my mic?
You don't get one. You're close to me.
Okay, fine.
You want to see what you look like before we go live?
No, I can see it on the reflection.
Actually.
It's kind of cool.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, you ready to rock?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sasquatch Built Athlete Interviews with the OG Sasquatch. Carson Kelly, what's up?
Wow, it echoes in here.
It does. It sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks good.
Hey, speaking of that, do you like my Sasquatch cave?
I do. It's really, really comfy and cozy, and
you just feel like you can just be real.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
This is the spot.
This is. Hey, okay, Carson. So I want you guys. Here's the deal. We have 1 million fans, and then if we had your fans, it's going to be chaos, right? So as long as they think we have fans, it's good. Okay. Hey, so here's the deal. I'm going to ask you some questions. So the whole idea behind Sasquatch Built is that we want to get content material to you. We just want to get you guys out there better. That's the reason why we want to do it. Carson has so much insight. We don't have him all day, but we're going to give you guys some stuff that's going to be gold for you guys to take notes on and then apply so you guys can get better. Okay, Carson, a couple things I want to ask you. One is you have more fun playing this game than anyone I've ever seen. Now, that doesn't mean you don't work hard. That doesn't mean anything else. It's not even goofing around, but you seriously love to play this game. Like, tell us a little bit about just having fun, because here it's starting to get stressful. Parents get a little bit anxiety, all this other stuff. Just give us your thoughts on that.
Well, I think the biggest thing is, just this game, you play it as a young kid, and that's where you start and learn the passion for it. Mm-hmm. And then, it actually became a reality for me to play in the big leagues. I mean, I dreamed about playing in the big leagues when I was a kid. And actually getting there, and then you realize, it's the same game. Mm-hmm. You're still having fun with it.
Might be a little bit harder at that level.
It might be a little harder, but it's still a game.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's a game. And really enjoying that and learning and having fun in the process, being out there with, we always talk about it in a late inning game. Who's going to make us run around and jump like little kids?
Right.
Who's going to win it for us so we can go run around like a bunch of idiots?
Yep.
That's
and who's going to be at the bottom of the dog pile?
Exactly. That's what we all think about.
Well, let's just talk about it. You got a chance to walk off. How was that?
Awesome.
I'm
not going to lie. I kind of blacked out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't really remember what happened. But I was just so in the zone with, in sync with what was going on. Mm-hmm. Put a good swing on it. And, hit the ball in the corner. I mean, just put my fist in the air, and I was just like, all right, who's going to tackle me first?
And jerseys ripping.
Jerseys
tackled.
coming off.
Oh, my gosh.
You got Gatorade coming in. There's no better thrill than being able to help your team and just to see the joy, and you can hear the crowd and everything doing it.
My gosh. Can't even imagine.
I get goosebumps.
That a baby. Okay, so, hey, one thing that's super important that I want everybody to know about you a little bit is, at every level, we can even start when you're younger, but you always rise to the top, and then once you get to that next level, you go back to the bottom. You're always, now you're with the Diamondbacks, and now they have expectations of you coming in, and you're the man. So there's even more pressure than ever. But in high school, I watched you play, and you were dominant, right? And then you made it USA, so you're with Team USA, you win gold, and then you go to the minor leagues, and then you're crap.
Yeah.
And then you work your way up. Then you're crap. Then you work your way up. The mental game of always pushing, never worried about the stuff you can't control, but what you can control. Talk about your preparation and everything that you've kind of experienced with that.
Well, I think over the course of time, you pick up little things here and there, and every level that you go up to, you learn something new. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest thing is just having an open mind and continuing to grow as a player. You see guys and one of the guys, Alex Avila, who was my other battery mate or catcher with me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was always talking to him, and he told me at the end of the year, and he's like, "Hey, you taught me some stuff this year too." And I'm like, coming from a guy who's barely making his being in the big leagues for a short amount of time to a guy who's a 10-year vet. Mm-hmm. I think this game is all about helping each other and trying to grow, and not individually but together. And that's a big thing, especially for young kids. Continue to learn, continue to grow, have fun, and just have an open mind.
Yeah. I love that. So one thing you just touched on it. One thing about you, especially in the catcher's position, you always want to make everybody around you better. And I really, truly believe that mindset makes yourself better, because if you're worried about somebody else, then you got 12 worried about you getting better. And like you said, you had this beautiful marriage with your other catcher. Should have been competition, like who's starting over who, but it's not. So talk a little bit about making everybody better around you.
Well, I think a lot of it is you have to have an open mind for yourself. And once you take care of the things you need to take care of, you show everybody what you're trying to do, and you try to bring everybody together. Being a catcher, you gotta take care of the pitchers, and you gotta take care of your offense. There's a lot on your plate, but being able to simplify things and take that energy and put it into your work. I mean, other people are going to start to realize that and see that, and then it reflects on them. So leading by example is a big thing.
Dude, leadership. Bam. Okay, give us one highlight. I want to tell you a highlight that I have from this last year watching you, because I follow you all the time. Okay, Scherzer's fastball, 96 at your chin, and you go like upper tank. Like, how the heck did you get on top of that spin rate fastball? And he looks at you, because I went to Game 6 at Houston this last year, and Strasburg pitched, but I was watching Scherzer. Like, he's just mean.
Yeah.
And you, like, that had to have been awesome.
It was really, really cool. I think, just getting in those situations, and, Max has had a ton of success in the big leagues, and, he's a fierce competitor and hates to get beat. But, just focusing on, what the game plan is. Like, when you're so focused on the process and not on the bigger scale of things, like, he's still got to throw the ball over the plate, and you still got to make contact. Like, like that's it's so simple. We make it so complex. It's Max Scherzer, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, it's somebody throwing the ball,
right?
And Max has had a ton of success and is dominated. I'm glad I got to face him, and it was great. The result. I think he got me a couple. He made me look stupid a couple more times.
That's not what we're talking about, though.
Okay, well, but just to have that game of going back and forth, and you get him one time, and then he gets you the next time. That back and forth. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Okay, I got 3 more questions for you. Okay. I want to talk about a local guy that is absolutely changing the game. We call him Sensei Kent over at ROKKE Performance Therapy. Those guys, I mean, every one of my guys is there. They're dudes. I know you're over there. Now, I know you've trained with Alex Molden also prior to them starting their gig, but can you talk about those guys over there? Because, like, I mean, if you got a chance to get over with them, I mean, they're changing the game. Can you just give a little shout out and talk about your experience with those guys?
So, Alex, I mean, I've known Alex since probably high school, maybe early high, like my freshman, sophomore year. I was working with him, and he gave me a platform and a direction to take baseball to another level, and in my strength and nutrition, just little details, little things that that can help you and establish a base. He did a tremendous job for me, and I mean, I still see him every once in a while at ROKKE, and Kent's been tremendous as well, and he's helping me out with some stuff now, and just the investment that those guys make in you, it's incredible. They want to help you and help you be a better player and a better person, and there's so many different things that they help you with, and just getting in there and seeing those guys, it's awesome.
That is. Okay, switching gears a little bit. Okay. The reason why we started Sasquatch 2 is just basically the training. Like, you literally got to outwork everybody, and you got to work hard. Talk to us a little bit about what are you doing right now, getting ready for this season, but also when you, like, even in-season training, because I have a lot of kids that, like, work really hard, and then once the season comes, they stop training, and it catches up. Yeah. I'm a believer in in-season training. So talk a little bit about what you're doing right now, and then what you do in-season also.
So right now I am really, really taking care of my body. Just working out, nutrition, PT, massage. I mean, we're going like 4 or 5 hours every day. Just stuff.
Yep.
Working out. I mean, we're there, a couple hours a day, just grinding. And then baseball stuff is starting to speed up now. So hitting, throwing. I'm gonna get in and do some catching stuff. It's that's that next step. So everything is kind of in a process. So you take care of your body after the season, get strong, baseball stuff, and then here we go.
Yeah, baby. Okay, the last thing I want to do is we have so many kids here that want to be Carson Kelly one day. So, and you remember when you were 13 and 14, if you can go back and just tell yourself something back in the day, or our kids that are out there right now that are just working hard and aspiring, like what kind of information? Your brother did awesome because he talked to you guys about writing stuff down. And I know you got your little journal that you write down. What advice would you give to our little guys out there?
I would say, you know, the biggest thing for me looking back on it is to figure out the whys of things. Because you could be a really good player at a young age and you might not know what you're doing. You could just go out and play and be like, all right, like, I'm a good player. But once you figure out why things work and how they work, so making little adjustments, why would I make this adjustment? How is it going to help me? And basically just being a student of, you know, development, like how you can evolve as a player, as a person, learning the whys. That's one of the things that I think is going to help young.
Well, and that's also like as a trainer too. Is I always want to get better too as a trainer, and like really breaking it down is like, hey, this is why I'm telling you to do this, and putting your body in a position to be successful. We kind of forget about all that stuff. Is like, do things like, why am I doing it?
Right.
You know, how, you know, and getting there and understanding the full mental side of things. Because the biggest thing with Sasquatch, the biggest thing we're talking about is like, hey, you got to have the mental strength, right? You know, then you got to have the work ethic to match it. And then you got to have the skill set, which you kind of, you know, when you're talking with Ken, is like, you got to get strong. You got to mentally be ready to rock, and then you got to get better with your fundamentals and everything like that. So I can't thank you enough for coming in. What's your schedule now? Just give people what's up. So you're going to fly out, go back to Arizona?
Yeah, back to Arizona, and we're hitting it hard. We're going almost every day. Full blow. Let's
ready to rock?
I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah, baby. Okay, hey, we appreciate everybody watching. Carson, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Okay. Take a look at our YouTube channel, Sasquatch Built Athletes, baby. Follow us. Peace. Crushed it, dude. Nice. Thank you so much.